What's cooking, folks? Vermillion Phoenix here, and today we're jumping into some more Orcs Must Die Unchained. This time we are visiting Avalanche, and this is part of the Deadeye run that I am currently working on. So let's go ahead and pick the girl of the hour and see what we can do about these traps. I don't think I need anything super special here, but I don't want lightning traps. Ballistas are probably the best choices here. Various different types. I'm gonna go with Dragon Lance, Spitfire, and Floor Scorcher. These guys are largely elemental. Let's add a Firecracker in there, and what else? One more thing. Walls are somewhat useful here. I'll bring a Brimstone too. Max out on the fire traps. Actually, with 3, will probably be better at that point to just bring a Naphtha. So let's drop the more expensive fire trap and let them deal with the rest. Okay, so I have no physical damage traps, only fire and 1 arcane. So we're gonna equip the arcane cost reduction and then probably add the increased trap damage with has ultimate set of tools. No bear hugs because we're ranged, so feeling fierce, and that should pretty much be it. Alright, let's go ahead and get this trapped up.
Gotta put on my big girl boots and get in the battle.
Alright. So, as always, on Rift Lord, we're starting on the right gate, which is the pretty much shortest one to your rift.
Pretty dastardly, if I do say so myself.
Generally want to block that off. I think we'll drop our jailer here.
I can't guard my prisoners from here.
And what we'll do from there is we'll add a firecracker there.
This'll stop him.
Actually, if you want to put a
Mighty fine day for a massacre.
Great Wall barricade there, you can sort of streamline this entire thing.
Yeah, right
Do
there.
that. And
Don't
that.
mind if I do.
Naphtha and
Feel about
Spitfire.
shaping up real nice.
And then over
Really
here,
serious.
you can drop some of those Dragon Lances. So it was just a pretty decent area to work with. A few enemies will probably try to skimp by. You could probably stop that completely. Oh, I did not even mean to do that. That's interesting. Actually, with the Naphtha cost, could probably do this just to make sure that everybody gets hit with the Jeez, I can't even think of the Floor Scorcher. There we go.
Enemy has opened a minion portal.
And it also gives me a really nice firing lane for a few other things that I can use. Okay. No, we should put the jailer. That's where we should have put the jailer. Okay, so we won't really be able to take care of that kobold until these guys lighten up a bit. But our Guardian should hopefully be doing something to weaken him just a bit. Yeah, he's mostly dead. So good job on the Guardian for that one, because that was definitely not me. Thank you for dying. Okay.
This'll keep him guessing.
And so that should do most of what I needed to there.
Squeeze the trigger.
And do we have any other bolts? No. Alright, take it spring loaded. Oh, nice, and it looks like, except for those bears, pretty much nothing's coming through. Okay, and the bounce is pretty far from right there. It's blocking all of my shots. Okay, not bad at all. Now this seems to be working out pretty well.
Don't mind if I do. Mighty fine day for a massacre. Yeah, right there. That's pretty dastardly if I do say so myself.
Alright, can set up one of those there. And one more of these. Give the ballista some room to work. Should I put it here or here?
Pillbox is shaping up real nice.
Alright, I think that's pretty much all I want to spend right here. Let's go ahead and head over to the other gate now.
Our enemies are breaking through elsewhere.
It's one of the interesting challenges they like to do too. Go ahead and split your gates. We got a human image. Alright. Hello, stable hand. Hope you enjoy yourself.
Let's do some damage.
Missed.
Bandit the hammer.
Let's roll for that extra damage, and that was the real one, so no more lightning or ice. Brambles for some damage on the group, and it's all with, oh crap, frozen. Let's grab the rend so that we can cause some bleed whenever they walk through the brambles. And try to keep those guys from out healing all of the damage that I can deal.
They'll never stop me. Wait till they see this.
Alright, so you can't really put the firecracker down here at all.
Good.
That's a half unit space. I can do something like this.
This'll stop them.
But the way that this area is set up,
Good. That's pretty dastardly if I do say so myself.
oh come on, there we go. Alright, I'll
Don't
probably put
mind
it
if I
there,
do.
and then another
Wait
slow.
till they see this.
Can I fit? Yeah,
Pillbox
might
is
as well.
shaping up real nice. Feeling sharper.
Alright, and that'll pretty much, whoa, okay. That was an interesting camera angle. And then even though you can sort of fall between the barricades and the little stone partition there. And then this really tight space here basically, well, it murders everybody on the brambles, but also makes it so that enemies are going to be really slow coming around here and should probably die before they get anywhere near this guy.
Yeah,
But just in case,
right there.
he's going to slow them automatically. We'll give him some ballistas for support, and then we block off this side to make sure nobody can come through. Now the other two lanes that open up, I'm going to grab a fistful of brambles here, because I might be moving around a lot. You can see the stacking brambles damage is actually really nice, especially when you're dealing with runners or any sort of hunter minions that are going to be chasing you. Alright, these guys are going nowhere. Let me check on the other side. They seem to basically be clear too. Nobody's really getting around that bend that was set up with the barricade.
The power I deserve.
Okay, so I guess we should prepare this area next. So the first thing we want to do is make sure the guys aren't going up the stairway. Okay, that will force everybody into the center area, and then from there.
You some kind of idiot. No. Don't mind if I do.
Idiot. We create a little shooting gallery. Then on both sides you can
Enemy army is attacking on another front.
set up some Bernie stuffs.
An unstable rift is opening. It must be destroyed.
Okay, that unstable rift is right outside of here. Easily taken care of because of the placement, which is nice.
Unstable rift has been destroyed.
Oh, completely forgot to block this area. Always forget that if this isn't the first gate. Which is pretty easy to stop. It's just either two barricades here or a great wall, and they can't walk through it anymore. Alright, and then you want to actually set this area up to deal some damage on the ground.
Yeah.
You can do that like so.
Killbox is shaping up real nice. Stronger, more payback. Uh-huh. Good.
Okay, here, if we're going quick and we're not going to be using clear them out too much, we're going to go with more misdeeds. Let's see what we have here. Anything living? Not anymore. Oh wow, surprised that did no damage. Now for the most part, this should basically be self-sufficient.
This'll keep them guessing.
Need like maybe another set of ballista back
Wait
here.
till they see this.
And then I think we're good.
Fire in the hole!
Oh, I misplaced this. Well, that'll be fixed next round then.
I'm so bad now they'll have to raise my bounty.
Alright, the left side seems to be doing okay. Where are these mercenaries coming from? Right? Okay. I think we get a go break because we have a new gate opening. Hopefully.
Watch your feet.
From me. Yes, again.
Oh, guess I guessed right before you told me to. Alright. And then these guys are going to be going around my traps because of the misplaced barricade. Let's go ahead and try to fix that. Now there is a sort of a nice little kill box that you can build over here, but I'm not trying to route all of the enemies this way because that makes it pretty long for the upper left gate here. And we have those guys on the left, which should die around the bend again. I don't think they're going to be much of an issue at all. Even the heavy ogres pretty much die. They're coming out of the right again? Alright, come on. Just die in the fire, literally. That's all I need right now. Okay, that guy got flipped and died. And there we go.
That's pretty
Okay, that's what that is.
Say so myself.
That is the correct placement there.
Look out! Our defenses have been breached again.
Okay, now we can set this
Killbox
up.
is shaping up real nice. Yeah, right there.
Add another one of these.
Unstable rift is opening. Destroy it.
And then
Need it.
let's go ahead and run for that rift. That is going to be in the rear of the sort of underground prison area here. So the quickest way to get down here is right here.
We have destroyed the unstable rift.
We can knock that out before it becomes too much of a problem. Again, should have moved that jailer into the bottom.
Paying off.
He'd have been much more useful down there at alluring enemies and just dealing damage for anything that maybe managed to get past the ballista. Probably wouldn't be an issue on the normal map, but if you were playing Chaos Trials, that would make a significant difference. Excuse me. Oh. Alright, let's go ahead and bramble him up. Everybody gets to walk on thorny bushes. Alright, now we got these guys. Now, they're going to path around quite a bit. If you want, you can place a few traps
Catch it in my sights.
back here on this little port area that they walk up. How you want to do it is up to you, but I usually like to do something like this.
Fine day for a massacre.
They should die attempting to go around there.
Good.
Alright, good. How did he get that far? Was he on fire? I don't know. The heavy guys may not be taking enough damage. That's a bit of a problem.
This'll keep them guessing.
Alright, so all of the lanes are now open for the last 3 waves. Got about 5 minutes, which should be more than enough. Let's go ahead and pick off the guys that are routing wrong. You can see that the path is correctly blocked because they're turning around now. Except for that guy, because he wanted to walk around the torch for some reason. Why are they pathing around that torch? Okay, so those are explosive dudes. Explosive crossbow guys. They're coming out of probably the left and the right. I don't want them to see me, because if they do manage to see me, they may fire off a couple of shots. The ones on the... Whoa, it's not the gate. It's not the portal I wanted to go through. The ones on the right look like they died due to the traps. Ones on the left are probably going to finally get burnt up there, and we are good to go. Ballista's actually doing a good job here. Let's go ahead and add some more burning stuff and slow them.
Mighty fine day for a massacre. This'll stop them.
That's just like a little bit of added protection. Most things should be
Unstable rift is opening.
easily killed from there. You could also put some ceiling traps here, like a couple of extra ballista. I don't really need them. Alright, so if the heavy guys are going down without an issue, you're pretty much great. Oh, okay, those are regular ballista, crossbowmen. Nothing to worry about. Well, that's what I meant before. Okay.
Can't win with just arrows.
Alright, all dead. It would probably be a good idea for me to set up something else back here. Maybe a couple of ballista here where they'll be walking
Pillbox
through.
is shaping up real nice. Don't mind if I do.
And that could just be due to the recently reduced fire rate of the ballista in general, all ballista types, that they may be doing a bit less damage, so enemies are getting through. So you just need a couple more. Okay. I do wonder that since the... or at least last time I checked, the abilities from the regular Bramble and the out-of-the-way Bramble drop aren't the same. Maybe they stack as 2 parts of a combo. That would be interesting.
Watch out! An unstable
We got another one of those. Okay, so we're running for it. Gotta go back and hop down into the prison. That Kobold dropped the crystal near the rift. That's silly. Alright. That thing's going down.
heroes destroyed the unstable rift.
Now,
There was much rejoicing.
as far as I know, the damage amount for the hip shot buff on Out of Your Way has not yet been corrected, so
They summoned the boss man.
I'm likely still dealing more damage than I should after rolling. So you guys may need a couple more shots, depending on whether you're playing this when this gets fixed or not. So I guess we'll find out.
Hope you've made peace with your maker.
Alright, let's go ahead and gun down Iceberg. And we're good.
We won again? Maybe I should give you Sidewinders a raise.
Lovely. So I probably didn't pay attention to the fact that Arcane or Dragon Lances, the Arcane Ballista, do a bit less damage than the regular ceiling ballista. They're a lot cheaper too, but that probably is the reason that it looked like a couple of things might have leaked through there. Not that big of a deal though. Like, I had plenty of trap space left and plenty more traps that I could have placed. Either way, that should basically finish everything up. So hopefully, you know, this helps you guys out if you still needed any sort of assistance with Avalanche. It's not too difficult a map, but like the pathing is that pathing specifically makes things really, really easy, in my opinion, as well as the trap setup. But, you know, hopefully it helped you guys out. Either way, I'll be moving on to Academy Sewers next, which is always an interesting map just due to the way that the enemies split up. Hopefully, you know, that runs pretty well with that. I don't think there were any changes to that after they fixed the bug where, like, you had two bosses coming out at the same time from both gates. But, yeah, that was an interesting time. But I'm gonna cut this off for now. Thanks for coming out, guys. Thanks for watching. I always sincerely appreciate it. And until next time, as always, have a good one, folks.